again, and welcome to Adaptation's vlog. I'm your host, Dorin, and it's Harry Potter month. In this episode, I'm going to discuss the Harry Potter films in the eyes of a non-reader. So I have to give my full confession first. I've never read any Harry Potter. Not a single page, line, word of any book. Before you get mad, understand that it is on my to-do list. I do want to read the books. I've got nothing against them at all. It was just that back in the day when they were being overhyped, I just found it super annoying when people were shoving it down my throat, and I was afraid that was going to cloud my judgment. It's not fair if, I'm already out to hate the books, Not fair to J.K. Rowling or Harry Potter or any of the other characters in the whole universe. I do have a feeling that I'm going to love them once I get to them, just to, give me some time. This, of course, means that I saw the films, well, most of the films, without knowing anything about the stories. None of the characters, the background, etc., etc. And, as you can already tell by my little well, the films didn't really keep me interested. I never saw any film past Order of the Phoenix, and I'm sorry. I just couldn't do it. In fact, when it comes to Goblet of Fire, the one before it, I only watched that one because I knew David Tennant was going to be in it. I'm sorry to those who get any kind of offended by people saying that they don't like the Harry Potter films. But we do have to ask, why do I feel this way? I thought at first maybe it was the characters and the Harry Potter universe in general and the plots that maybe just weren't for me. But I started playing Pottermore and Lego Harry Potter with Kendall, and it shed it all in a very new light, and I got a little obsessive over the whole thing. I mean, I know I'm a Ravenclaw. And then I realized that there was a lot to love, so, So what is it then, right? I did a lot of pondering, and I found that it was very hard to put my finger on it precisely. Let's take a quick look at the film, starting with the Sorcerer's Philosopher's Stone. That movie, to me, felt like it ended before it began. Yes, we got to get into the wizarding world as fresh and new as Harry, and that was great, but there was just something missing. With Chamber of Secrets and Prisoner of Azkaban being my favorites out of the ones I did see, they were still lacking in that lingering excitement that you should have for a series of films. That pain at the end of the film going, oh no, when is the next one gonna premiere? But I never had that. So by the time I got through Goblet of Fire, and definitely with Order of the Phoenix, I had, as my friend Scott would say, tapped out. Especially since there was only one character in the whole film series that I seemed to care about, and that was played by Gary Oldman. And in Order of the Phoenix, spoiler alert, he died. I was done. I know that that's not a change that they made for the films, but it does say something when I only cared about one character, and once he's gone, I'm out. It took two separate conversations with two different friends, thank you Scott Bennett and Dave Rain, and their disinterest in the series that helped me realize some issues. And this is just my opinion. The main issue being that I feel like the films pandered more to the readers than the non-readers. They ended up leaving out a lot of information and character development that readers would already know from the book series, and that left us, who hadn't read the series, with a disconnection, and sometimes even just straight up confusion. Let me just take a quick look at the characters. Harry, he's the main one. He seemed like a character that just sort of let things happen to him. Like, people built him up to be a hero, so he just did those things. I couldn't really see the courage and the thought process in it. As a character, he somehow felt like he had to be a hero. He needed to do these things, like fight the troll in the bathroom, but he could have just been a stand-in for any Hogwarts student, in my opinion. So let's move on to Hermione. Now, I do like Hermione, I do, but a lot of the times she just straight up annoyed the crap out of me. I know she's supposed to have a lot of redeeming qualities. Like I said, I do like her. I don't hate Hermione, but I just feel like I missed most of those redeeming qualities somehow. And when she accidentally turned herself into a cat, which I know it was an accident, she just took the wrong string of hair, but I was just so annoyed by it. It just rubbed me the wrong way. It was one of those things where, like, in a sitcom, somebody would be like, classic Hermione, and it was like, that's not how I should feel. Really? It's not, right? And then there's Ron. He rounds out the trio, and he was okay as a character. He just sort of seemed like a third wheel all the time. Like, you had Harry the hero, Hermione the smart one, and then Ron. And it does make me laugh. It's not really a spoiler anymore to know that Ron and Hermione end up together, but it makes me giggle. Oh, and I should bring up one of my actually favorite characters, Neville Longbottom. I loved him, and I don't know why, and I feel like it's for the wrong reasons, because he was a bit of a non-character. I mean, I feel like every time he popped up, he was just comic relief, stupid things happening to him. And I mean, that's fun and all, but I feel like he got the short end of the character development stick, and it makes me sad and angry and frustrated. And just sad. I really would have liked to have known more. Maybe if I had stuck out the series, I would have, but that means that there's an issue with the beginning of the series. I couldn't even comment about Ginny Weasley. I feel like I didn't even notice her most of the time. You know, you get to the end of Chamber of Secrets and she's supposed to be this big thing, being the victim and perpetrator because of Tom Riddle's diary kind of taking over her. And all I'm thinking to myself is, where the hell did she come from? The plots themselves were alright. It didn't feel like there was a lot of plot holes or anything. But I feel like the connection between regular class life at Hogwarts and then the urgency points in my head now after the fact just didn't meld well. And it all just left me feeling kind of meh about everything. And a lot of times just bored. And I mean, that's just not right. Am I right? It's not right. The sad conclusion to this, in my humble opinion, is that the films fail the non-readers in such a way that we are less likely to pick up the books because of them, instead of the films enticing us to want to know more about the wonderful characters and the world they're in. Like they should. If you think I need to give the films another chance, please let me know why. You can either comment, or you can always contact us on any of our social media platforms. And of course, as always, check us out at adaptationpodcast.com or on iTunes. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more adaptation goodies. Until next time, I'm Dorin Roofer, and I think it might be time for me to actually go read the books. And if you haven't, maybe you should too.